Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Isaac Joel. Welcome to Opus Vita Talks, where we talk about our favorite things in this world, cinema. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm your local filmmaker, and we have so much to go over with you. 1917 review, Uncut Gems, Mandalorian ended. God, I had to sit through Witcher. God, new Birds of Prey trailer, Quiet Place 2, and oh man, you're kidding me. Kevin Feige pussed out. He pussed out. We're not getting that dark movie that we thought in Doctor Strange. All that here right now on Opus Vita Talks. I have my partner in crime, Ronin Revenge.
What's up, guys? It is Lord Ronin coming to you live from the fucking third dimension. Ready to get into this.
In the back, I got my producer, Ruben Rapalda, keeping us down and locked.
What is up, everybody? Everybody watching on YouTube, iTunes, podcast, Spotify, the whole thing. Thankful for you guys watching, and I'm ready to get started. Ready to kick off the new year, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, for watching. Be sure to subscribe. We're everywhere available for you guys.
Yeah, I've been really appreciating some of the feedback on these podcast series.
Really?
You know? Yeah, we've been really enjoying doing them, just talking about, things that we love. Got a lot of people that want to be on it. So we're definitely, that's something we're going to definitely get into, all that guest work and stuff like that. Very excited.
We are. We're working. We got to get more microphones because I want to have more people on this couch
More
next to
perspective.
us, dude. More perspectives, man. We've been talking to so many different creative photographers, other filmmakers, other people that are just as passionate about this with other point of views that have been wanting to get on the show too.
Fellow collaborators, So I'm
I
very excited
remember
to get into that.
after we did our Rise of Skywalker review, I had a bunch of people asking me like, "Hey, did you guys already talk about it? Because I want to talk shit about it."
Yeah.
Everyone just
Yeah.
wanted to come on and talk
Yeah.
shit about it.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
No one had
yeah.
anything good to say. It sounded
Yeah.
like, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, for real. Yeah.
We're going to get right into it right now, guys. We just got done seeing 1917. We literally left the theater right now. I saw this morning that it was releasing. I totally forgot about it. It slipped my mind. But this was a movie that was on my radar in some senses. This is directed by Sam Mendes, who did my favorite James Bond movie of all time, Skyfall. And one aspect about this film that was marketed so much that they really wanted everyone to know was that it was described as a one take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not exactly a one take. It's not a one take at all. There are clear cuts in it, and you can't hold it against them because what it is that they're doing is a lot.
Yeah, and the clear cuts usually
Are clear.
compensate for. Yeah, they are clear, but they compensate for
Because
the time.
they don't hide it.
Yeah, and they
I appreciate
compensate
that.
for time, and I can understand it. I can respect it. I'll give them a bun on that because for the stuff that was actually in all the one takes was impressive. The camera work and technology, just the organization of the extras and the timing and the execution was
Goodness.
impressive.
Everyone ahead had to be ready for them coming.
No one could fuck up.
No.
Nobody. Yeah, it's
You
impressive.
can't mess up your lines. You can't nothing, dude. The cameraman had to be ready. Everybody had to be on time, dude. 1917 is about two soldiers who are assigned the task, the impossible task, to deliver a message across enemy lines about canceling an attack.
Yeah, some type of assault. Yeah,
An
on the
assault that they're
Germans
planning
or
because
something.
the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it's World War One.
Yes.
I don't really know. I didn't really pass history, so yeah, I believe it's World War One. Yeah,
and what these actors went through, man, was so much. The buildings collapsing on them, drowning,
crawling over dead bodies and shit. You know what I'm
dead
saying?
animals,
Yeah.
man, dead dogs.
It's cool to see the
rats.
struggle. It was cool to see the struggle.
It was cool to see them crawl through the mud, go through the picket wire fences, seeing how the camera went through all that, dude. The tracking shots were really impressive because everyone had to be at their mark in order for them to see
positions,
everybody acting. The one person down here.
Yes. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It was cool to see all that atmosphere. You know, it felt like you were really in those like trenches and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Though I felt personally it was a little light on the war stuff. I would have liked a little bit more violence, a little bit more carnage.
It's
you know
rated R.
Yes.
But only because it gives a couple of fucks.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a couple of fucks.
You
How
know
many
what I'm
fucks
saying?
do you think it gives?
Maybe
One
like
fuck,
4 or
two fuck,
5.
three
You know what I'm saying? Maybe like
they-
4. They were courteous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, not that many.
Which is interesting that you say that because it's like I don't feel that this needed to be R, nor did it really show me it could be R-rated. It could have passed for PG-13. Now I wouldn't have wanted it to be PG-13.
You know, because PG-13 movies now pass for a couple of fucks.
Yeah. I've seen PG-13 movies that I believe have seen that like said maybe 3, 4 fucks and still left it.
You know,
PG-13.
because even the blood was good, but it wasn't bloody enough for it to be an R-rated blood.
And we've talked about war movies, you know, like that's an element of it. At least I enjoy. Maybe I'm a sick fuck, but I just think like you really get the real and rawness of wartime. You know, that's something I really appreciated from like Saving Private Ryan and all those other fucking war movies. You know,
it lacks it.
It does lack it. Now that did not because the story was strong, good drama. You know, between these characters, great relationships. You know, I could allow myself to be stuck and grounded in it, but I mean that's really my only real complaint.
The score. I actually was really into the score. Surprisingly, I don't know who composed it, but it just helped me stay so connected with it. Man, it was really interesting. A lot of walking. A lot of walking. That could be misinterpreted to as boring for some, slow for some. It's understandable because you know it's happening in real time. Most of it. So they do have to get to point A to point B.
Yes,
and
you do see that.
Yes, and you do see that. Revenant was a one take, wasn't it? Am I mistaken?
I don't
know why that
remember
came to
The
mind.
Revenant being a one take, but that is also something very familiar in seeing how transitory it was. There was a lot of walking in that too. I could see how that came to mind. I see how that came to mind.
Yeah,
Great
I like that this movie wasn't too long. It was only an hour 50. You know, it didn't overstay its welcome for me.
Which is important because if it was longer, I think it being boring would have been way more noticeable.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because not a lot of interesting war movies. I say for me, you know, there are very few war movies that I could really get into. Dunkirk, American Sniper. We were talking about that. But this one is I want to say on one of my lists as far as war movies. You know, for now
It's a better one.
of you know, I started to forget that I was watching something that was pushing the boundaries of cinematography. I started forgetting that I was watching a war movie. I started to feel like I was watching a play, man. And once I realized that, I realized how much I love a good play, man. Because of the way they were acting, dude. Because it was in real time. Because how it starts and how it
ends.
literally ends,
Yes,
dude.
you're right.
I remember saying, no, they're not.
That was
They're
cool.
not
I
doing
noticed that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And that was deep. I thought that was deep.
Very respectable.
A real respectable film.
Yes. I agree.
Have you ever seen Hacksaw Ridge?
That's with Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
I never saw it.
You
but
never saw it?
No, yeah.
If I remember correctly, that one
heard it was good.
has the war gore, the war
Nice.
violence
Nice.
that I believe you speak of and
Nice.
that you would be interested
Nice.
in.
That's cool.
I was thinking about it while we were watching this movie, and I feel like I need to rewatch that movie
Mm.
to see if I still like it or
Mm.
not. It's been a while, but I remember watching it and really, really liking it.
That's fair. I wanted
Um,
to see that. I just never got the chance to.
We should try to sometime.
Yeah, let's do it.
1917 is definitely a recommendation for me. If you guys have nothing else to watch, if your choice is between this and seeing Rise of Skywalker another time, then count your blessings and go see 1917 for sure.
Yes,
I don't
hold your cock and see 1917. Yes, absolutely. To translate, pretty much. It's definitely one of the better movies that have come out. I agree with your recommendation.
Yeah, and this year is gonna be a rough year. Buckle up. If you think last year was rough,
Yeah, dude. This
Bad
new
Boys
track
for
is,
Life is coming out.
Yeah, fooling
Doolittle.
us. Fooling us
Doolittle.
with the fucking red band trailer, man. Bad Boys. Dickheads.
We're not seeing that.
No.
Yeah, we are.
No.
Oh my God! Look, if you can get tickets, then maybe we could talk about something.
Yeah, that's the only way you're getting me, dude. We also got a chance to see Uncut Gems during Christmas break. We all saw it separately, and I want to talk about my experience with Uncut Gems real
for it.
quick, because I have seen a Good Time. And Good Time is directed by the Safdie brothers, who has done Uncut Gems, and what I love so much about Good Time with Robert Pattinson is it is such a student film. The best way I could describe it when I watch it, and I've seen it probably like 3 times now, is because it just reminds me of a true student film. The director, his brother, co-stars in it. He edited it. He did the score on it, dude. He helped write it. He helped do the cinematography. He was so in neck deep with that movie, and I felt it. I feel it when I watch it, and I always take something new every time I rewatch it. I feel like that I didn't notice before. That movie really shockingly impressed me.
It's cool to hear that movies are still, directors still are very alchemical when making these movies. It's cool.
Going into Uncut Gems, I was really excited because I thought I was going to have the same experience and the same feeling. I remember I went in the theater, dude. It was just me, dude. I bought myself a nice mimosa at the bar, man.
Like
I
a
took
gentleman.
that,
Yeah.
I took that inside with me, dude. I had my popcorn. I was so comfortable,
Yeah.
dude. I was so ready,
Yeah.
dude. I wanted to go for a mind trip
Yes.
by these guys, dude. These guys had my freaking attention.
Yeah.
I was
The anticipation,
stoked.
we were anticipated. I was very anticipated for that movie. It was definitely something I was waiting to see.
and I as soon as it starts with the Ethiopian scene and then it goes inside the rock and you see the cosmic, I'm like, all right, this is it. I wonder where this is gonna go. And then it zooms out of Adam Sandler's damn ass, the colonoscopy that he's going through, dude.
Which was an interesting transition.
Yes. And I was like, wow, I really wonder how this colonoscopy plays until later into the film. What's
Yeah.
going to happen? And it has nothing to do with the movie. It was just a weird thing for them to shoot that they wanted to do. I loved watching KG act as KG. I think he did a phenomenal job delivering his lines. I was really impressed with it. I was really impressed with Adam Sandler. I was not impressed with the overall product, if I'm being completely honest. And I feel like I need to watch this movie again because I feel like I'm missing something. But one, I did not think that ending was creative. I felt like that was a very easy thing for them to do. And the score reminded me a lot of Good Time, which I was hoping and I was excited to hear a different type of tune, a different type of sound. I wanted to see what was going to distinct this from their past projects, because you could do that with the Tarantino, with the Christopher Nolan. They got different sound design. I felt like this was very similar to it. I thought a lot of decisions that Adam Sandler's character made were kind of just dumb, and not dumb in, oh, that's his character. Dumb as in, I don't get why you would do that. And I'll give you an example. When he gets the rock, cuts open the fish, pulls it out, and is obsessed with it, and then he brings it out to KG and starts showing it to him, I was convinced, and it seemed like he was trying to sell it to him. And
he was showing all the bullshit on his iPhone.
Showing it off, giving him the history lesson, all this stuff, and KG's like,
okay, now I want
buy
this
it.
fucking
Yeah,
rock.
now I want it. And he's like, I can't sell it to you, dude. I can't. And he's like, why would you show it to? I remember before he said, why did I said it?
Yeah.
In the theater, I was like, well, then why did you bring it out?
You're right.
And then he said it. I was
A
like,
lot of stupid decision making, right? How he screwed over his fucking
Dude.
father. Yeah, everything.
a real jeweler would not show off his prized possession. He would have locked that up, dude. Never spoken about it ever again. But then I get you don't have a movie when you do that decision. I get it.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you said. I enjoyed it. I definitely believe that this was one of the weaker films of A24, in my opinion. I was to your point also. I was really impressed by KG and a lot of the other celebrities that were a part of this. Really impressed by KG actually because of how much he was in the film. And how much
I didn't think he was going to be in that much.
Yeah, and
I
how
agree.
much I liked him.
I really loved him
it.
towards the end when they were in the
Yes.
office talking.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, dude, all that was fucking badass. What is that other black actor? He's making a lot of waves. He was in Get Out. He was in Knives Out.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking
His
about.
name's like Lakefield or whatever the fuck. Something with an L.
Come on. I literally just saw his
Something
name.
Smith.
Laketh Stanfield.
Stanfield. Something Smith. What
Lake-
the fuck? Yeah, he's been making a lot of waves.
Yes.
He's been doing a lot of big shit. So I was very excited to see him again, and he knocks it out. Good acting, great dialogue, and Adam Sandler's fucking girlfriend was fucking delicious.
Let's go.
Delicious. I just wanted to lick the screen every time she was on. She got hotter and hotter.
She did.
Dude, delicious, man.
She's like a nobody.
Yeah,
She's like
bro,
crazy.
yeah.
This was her first film, dude.
Nice.
This was her first film, and
Nice.
she's doing more projects.
Nice.
She is.
With
Yes. And I agree with you, Isaac, because I did feel a lack of creativity from it, especially because I felt like it was really edging me with all the Ethiopian lore and all that bullshit. I wish they kind of went a
Yeah.
little bit deeper,
Yeah.
And I get maybe it wasn't supposed to be that. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be that level. And I get that. And
They've
at the
been
end of the
working
day,
on it for 10 years, dude.
yeah, exactly. I was just about to fucking say that. I would have, especially coming from such an art house studio that is A24, I would have liked a little bit of, creative soup in there, I would have liked to leave with more questions, honestly, rather than answers. The ending is surprising, and I thought it was good because it was surprising. I wasn't expecting Adam Sandler to just get shot point
I agree.
blank, and I thought it was good. I like I said, just my final thoughts. I think it is a weaker A24 movie, but if
that's
these
not
are
saying
the,
much.
Yeah.
If these are the weaker A24 movies, then I'm okay with these. I'm okay with the actual experience. I thought it was a good watch. I would recommend.
I prefer Adam Sandler doing this
Yes.
over anything else.
Yeah,
Literally
anything.
anything else.
Yes,
And I
absolutely.
hope
Yeah.
he continues
Yes, I
with
do.
this, dude. I
do.
really do, man.
I do.
Ruben, what did you think about this? I'm actually really curious. What you thought about it?
Okay. So I feel like going into the movie, because obviously I did not watch it in a theater, unfortunately, because Mexico for some reason does not play these movies until
Have
like
theaters?
2 months later. So I was stuck with like a DVD screen copy online, which the quality was fine. It wasn't a camera. It was like an early copy, someone like from the Academy.
Yeah,
like
you make
leaked it.
do.
I went in, with very high expectations. I really wanted to love this movie like before watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because the plot. I'm a big sports guy,
Mm.
so I love Kevin Garnett. I love The Weeknd a lot too.
Mm.
Which is I feel like they promoted his name too much.
Mm.
I
for
agree.
him
I
just being
didn't
a
want to
cameo.
say it, dude. I did not want to say it because I know how much you love The Weeknd,
Mhm.
dude. I do.
So I was
I
like,
back you up on that.
So I was like, all right, we're getting The Weeknd. We're gonna get maybe he's gonna get some interactions like in the.
I was okay with it
the
because his
jewelers and
performance
stuff.
was good. If
Yeah.
I'm being
Oh yeah,
honest.
he was fine.
Yeah.
So I was expecting a lot from that, and it was just a little club concert.
I wish
guess.
I wish I wish it wasn't a club concert. I wish it was just him acting.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish he didn't have to promote his music
You're right.
in
You're
this
right.
movie.
You're right.
pretty much.
You're right. I agree.
I
you
just
know?
saw him singing and getting groped.
Yeah,
That's
which
all I
I've
saw.
seen
You're-
that
yeah,
before.
you're right,
with him,
you're right,
You know?
you're right.
I would have liked to see him act as
Yeah.
KG was acting.
You're right.
Sorry.
No,
And, like,
you're right.
yeah. And like, he was promoting the movie too, which was weird for just like a cameo. But anyways, overall, I didn't see good time, so I really couldn't say about comparing it. So I came watching this fresh. Overall, so I would say the first view, because I saw it a couple times.
Mm.
The first viewing I liked it a lot. Second viewing I kind of like saw those like, yeah, why did Adam Sandler do that, or
Weird decision making.
yeah,
Yeah.
like why would he do another bet or some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I get his character. He has he's an addict to like gambling and stuff like that, so I get it. But it just seemed like he was very stupid, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to further the plot, and I kind of caught on to those things the second viewing, which kind of lowered my perception of the movie.
I
in
wish he
general.
was smart. I wish he was a smart
Sleuth.
schemer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
man.
sneaky,
I was expecting him to do something really dark. Not
Mhm.
exactly
Kill
this, but
somebody.
kill a
Yeah,
hooker.
yeah, I was
Anything,
expecting that too.
dude.
I was expecting
Hit
that
his
too.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Yeah.
kind of like he
Anything.
was
The
like a
drama
wimp.
between him and his wife wasn't even all that because it was
Nah.
just talking.
Yeah, he was getting pushed around a lot. He was getting really bullied. And
We didn't get to see that. Like they're
You're right.
like in the beginning, they're already doing the divorce thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I feel like they could have like dove into that. In the
With how
beginning
much
and
he
have
was
it-
pushed, I would expected him to go over the edge a little bit. I 100% agree. Yeah.
I will give props to
I agree.
the guy who played the brother-in-law, the mob guy. I
The
don't know what
mob
was his
guy,
name.
yeah.
Eric Bogosian. I thought he was really good, especially at the end.
I agree.
I just felt. I don't know. I just felt his.
I liked
character, like,
watching his reaction while they were watching the game, like
Mhm.
how he was like slowly like easing
turning.
in,
He was, like, turning.
I did enjoy that. I agree.
and that alone is what like it kind of like hit me at the end when ultimately they kill Adam Sandler and like he's just like cross like, oh, what the fuck did you just do? And then they kill him too. I don't know. It's just that really like stuck to me, and I kept replaying that scene because I was like just so like blown away from it.
Mhm.
Like I was caught off guard. I really thought they were just gonna let him out. They're gonna have a happy end and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But just overall, I think I did like it. It wasn't. I don't know. I just wish there was more from it.
I wish there was more creativity from it too.
Mhm.
I hate to keep comparing, contrasting, but I just can't help it. Good Time also takes place in one night.
Mm.
It's a one night adventure.
Mhm.
And that's what keeps you kind of hooked onto it because you're seeing where this is going to end up come sunrise. This
No, I agree with you. It's just like comparing Hereditary Midsummer. It's kind of like the same conversation.
yeah.
I do want to say there's like an early script of the movie, and it's like a completely different ending. Like
How so? Do you know?
Yes.
I'll have to show it to you because it's like it's literally the whole script.
Oh, okay.
It's from 2015. And there's like different character names, so it's like
It's a minute ago.
It's very interesting how like
Do
I
you
guess
do you know how it ends by any chance?
it ends the same way, but there's like it plays out after him getting shot.
Because now it's what the girls got the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, too,
I'm not rooting for that.
the way they shot that scene, like her, like the guy getting the money, I thought like they were turning on her too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that.
Mm.
Like the guy was grabbing the
Me
money.
too.
I thought I was like, oh my god, they killed the girl. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it was like, oh, we're just kidding. She
Yeah.
got the money.
Mm.
Which I kind of wished it turned like that creepy guy who was like in on it.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for that.
when they're beating him up in the car and they take him over to the trunk and the guy's like, his underwear too, and he takes it off. I remember before they even did that, I was thinking, I was like, I wish they had already taken his underwear off, because it just makes sense to shame this guy like that right from the get-go in the car and drag him outside naked already. I thought I was going to see his ass cheeks when he walked out. I was like, oh, he's got the underwear on, weak.
Yeah.
And then they're like, take it off. I was like, oh, well, I guess that's funny doing it that way. But I just would think as a mobster, you're like, no, take it off right here, right
you
now.
go all the
Make
fucking
it,
way.
Yeah,
yes,
yes.
absolutely.
I felt like it was holding back a little bit.
Yes.
Some weak mobsters.
Weak mobs.
Yes.
Yeah, they're kind of they're some of the first missions, first shakedowns, you know what I'm
Weird.
saying?
This is a weird.
You're right.
This is a weird conversation.
It is a weird
I
conversation.
thought we were gonna have a different conversation.
Well, if
about
I'm being, you're right. I would like to see it again if I have the chance.
it. Yes.
It made bank at the box office.
Oh, nice.
Good for them.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, those Jewish brothers deserved it.
Those fucking
15
Jews.
Those Jews.
Those fucking Jews.
It's a new decade. It's 2020 now, and we got a chance to spend New Year's together. We were hanging out here, and
Per usual.
the next morning, we were talking about Witcher.
Yeah.
We were talking about Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
We watched Man of Steel the night before
Yeah.
by accident.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
It's
we
weird
were
how that
kind of
happened,
on that Henry Cavill train for
Yeah.
for a hot minute. We decided to spend a majority of the day watching it
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people recommended this show to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people said it was really good.
Yeah.
And they really liked it.
Yeah, and apparently it's super popular now.
If you don't know,
It's
The
huge.
Witcher is a Netflix series that is based on a popular video game.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, have you not played the game, Miles?
I've played a little bit. I have the third Witcher on my PC. I played a little bit
Have
of
you
it.
played it, Ruben?
I wouldn't say play, but I have like put it on and played it like probably a few levels. It was like a
Not
demo.
enough to be a fan though.
Nah.
Not enough to jerk it off.
I
or
like it.
anything.
So, me and you watched at least I forget how many episodes there are, but we watched at least 80% of the series
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
and I finished it after you left.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude.
I went through so much. We
Saw the
gave
terror.
this show. We gave this show a chance.
You gave the show a chance. Look, I was tapping out, dog. I'm gonna come clean. I was tapping
Thanks
out.
for saying that, though.
Don't
I
put this
need them
on
to
me,
know
bro.
I was giving it a chance. I need them to know,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Golly.
Listen, I wanted to try with this show, and what was just so apparent to me was there was too many characters. There was too much Game of Thrones aesthetics into this.
It's too familiar.
It was too familiar. There was nothing different or unique about this world for me to get sucked into. I started to question myself, like, do I just not like the Knights era? Do I
Yeah.
just not like the medieval times?
Yeah.
Am I just not into the castles thing?
Yeah.
I don't know anymore, man.
Yeah.
The aesthetics in this show, the sets looked like built sets. They did not look like actual castles, man. The dialogue, oh my.
I was really
God.
not impressed with Henry fucking Cavill. Honestly, he looked too straight and video game like. And I know this is if not loosely based on that, but he just looked like
looked like he was playing a video game
Yes,
character.
yes.
And I thought that this was a adaptation for for real world.
Yes, I would have liked to see him transform into a character.
You
more.
put
I
a
just saw too much
mustache
Henry
on him
Cavill.
in Mission Impossible, and all of a sudden he's a great actor.
Yeah, and we love him.
We
And
loved
love
it.
him. Yeah, yes, dude.
But you
Yes.
put a giant fake wig on
in
him.
a studded suit and stuff, and he just looks robotic and wooden and skeletal.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
All these fucking dumbass side characters, dude.
Dude, we
need
came up
to
with
go.
a name with them, bro. We came up a name for these dumb side characters, these little pop teen boys that tag along with the main character in Witcher and Mandalorian.
Yes.
They're fucking Robins, man.
Yes, for a
they're just
couple-
Robins. They're
Yes.
just there to ask a bunch of questions,
Yes.
to annoy the hero,
Yes.
and to just get in
Yes.
trouble and be the damsel in distress. You are nothing but a Robin.
Yes, cocksuckers for real. You know, and the stupid song where it was okay that it was
They
played
hit the
to a
recording
loop,
studio,
and
bro.
then they hit the
recording
recording studio, and they just shoved it up her ass, bro. They didn't even give a fuck. They didn't even give a Frenchman's fuck, dude. You know, I hate it. I hate it.
There was a point where the girl with white hair, she sees mud and she puts it in her hair, and all of a sudden she's a brunette
Yeah.
for the whole episode. and as the episode goes on, it looks like they dyed it.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not how it works.
Yeah. That one, that Quasimodo, or whatever the fuck, that girl that had a hunchback dude.
We were waiting
She's
for her
hot.
to get hot.
But look, she was out
and
before. She was out before with that slack jaw and that, that little
Would you touch
hobble,
that
bro.
tumor? Would you rub that tumor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I give it a nice little squeeze type shit. Say that black guy was fucking the shit out of a raw dog in her, dude. You know what I'm saying? Those purple eyes, bro.
She could have been cross-eyed and
Yeah,
drooling on him.
yeah.
And it would have been hot.
Yeah.
With the capital.
Yeah, I agree. And then she got fucking delicious. I'll give it that. But look, dude, honestly, a really big where I got turned off a lot was the dialogue. It was just so modern. And
Yeah, the language wasn't even with the time.
it wasn't with the times. And I'm not saying this had to be Machiavellian or Old English. This
We
didn't
just
have to be
couldn't
Beowulf.
figure out where it was.
It was just they were saying fuck too much. It kept just taking me out of the world and the aesthetics, man.
Was it R-rated?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
blood.
because there's sex in it.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's
blood.
sex scenes.
CGI monsters and stuff, whatever.
Listen, the sex scenes, man. We gotta talk. So weak, dude. Henry Cavill was being so soft
Gentle.
and gentle
Yeah.
with these women, man.
Yeah, seriously.
And you gotta think. These men aren't having sex all that much, dude. In these times, they're on missions.
Mhm.
They're out and alone by themselves.
Mhm.
You see a woman on you, dude. You get in there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dude,
Come on.
like
Come on, you gotta get into
get
some things, bro. Yeah,
handsy.
yes, bro.
He
Yes.
was just too much of a
Yes.
gentleman.
The 300 slow-mo sex scenes were better, bro. Honestly, because just how gentle and soft.
And
it
then
was.
there was some
The
sex.
gentle lover.
There was some sex scenes where like it started up with like when they were just like finished, and he was drenched,
oiled, yeah.
oiled, wet, dude, and the girl is dark.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. It's so weird. It's so weird.
We gotta watch the game sex scenes. We gotta check those out. See,
The
compare.
Game of Thrones sex scenes. You want to
Yeah.
compare them?
Yeah.
Look, dude, the Game of Thrones sex scenes are actually good because it's not much separating those in actual porn, dude. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Game of Thrones sex scenes are at least like raw, literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? But like I would have. I would have wanted Henry Cavill to be more, or Geralt, the character, to be more God of War like. Even he was
to-
fucking bitches.
To your point, there wasn't enough Geralt at all.
We were focusing too much on these fucking
on
dickless
these
side
other
characters.
side characters,
Yes.
man, that we didn't know.
We didn't care
We
about.
didn't, man. Some episodes, like he was like barely even in it because we were focusing on this hunchback Quasimodo girl.
And then then there were some scenes where I actually kind of liked Henry Cavill when he was tracking monsters and stuff.
And we wanted
then
to see it.
And they cut away from that bullshit. Yeah, man, I 100% agree. And we're talking about a season 2.
Yep, 2021.
I don't
confirmed.
know, man. I don't know.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Nope.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Nope.
I grinded through my teeth in that show. I am going to hunt you down. The people that told me to watch this.
How many episodes?
I
is
am
it?
going to
think it's
end
like 8.
you. Do you understand?
I think it's like eight
And
episodes.
they're all an hour long.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah,
Oh,
dude.
bro.
8 hours, man, of bullshit.
I had a girl over, dude, and I was still watching it, and I was telling her about it. I was like, look, I gotta finish this show. I started it, I gotta
You poor
finish it.
fuck.
And at the end of one episode, she was like, look, can we literally watch anything else right now? I was like, South Park. She's like, yeah, okay.
I'm glad she had some fucking.
I
some
can't
spine.
believe she
Yeah,
said it,
some
dude.
fucking spine.
Damn.
God damn, dude. Yeah, I'm just not into
I
it.
couldn't believe I was laughing so hard because never have I ever been told change this.
Yes. Yeah, change this.
Change this.
I also went
I was
through
like,
a-
whoa, I am sorry.
Yeah, yeah. What did you say, Ruben?
I also went through a pretty bad show over the holiday.
Oh,
weekend.
tell them.
I think I told you a little bit, Isaac. I saw the 3rd season of Marvel's Runaways.
What is wrong with you guys, dude?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Listen. I saw the 1st season. I liked the 1st season. I saw the 2nd season. It was okay.
Inhumans, like?
No.
Okay.
No. Nothing is compared. Nothing has been Inhumans like.
Nothing.
And so it's the last season. They're calling it the finale because Kevin Feige canceled it. Blah blah blah. Which we'll talk about that later. And it's just a shit show.
A mess, yeah.
It's a mess. It's I don't know because it like the main plot that we've been like following for like the past 2 seasons like literally ends like half through the show. And so I was like, okay, you finished the villain off. Like, what's next? And then just this out of nowhere character comes up, and it's just a mess. And then they do time travel in this, but they don't follow the MCU rules. They do their own time travel.
They don't
And
give a
this-
fuck, dude.
This show is literally in the MCU. There's references and all.
Yeah, no.
I
I don't waste my time with that bullshit.
It's just I don't know how that happens though. Like, don't you have
they
like?
don't care, man. They don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm glad
it's
it got
this
canceled.
transition period now. I remember watching the 1st season, Ruben, and I agree with you. It was good because of what it was and what we were getting out of it. I remember how people were really excited about Runaways coming out because it was kids, man.
Yeah.
And we were getting that aspect of kids, fighting
was-
back. I couldn't continue. I didn't finish the 2nd season. I was so bored, dude. And when you told me about the 3rd season, of course,
10
this
episodes.
transition period,
10?
dude.
Holy
like, all
fuck.
An hour long. And I watched them all.
An
I
hour
didn't stop.
long?
I didn't stop.
That's a 10-hour-long movie,
Dude.
Bro. And then I don't know if they started like the gay couple.
No.
No, they're
Listen,
they were
no.
lesbians. They're lesbians.
Okay,
They're lesbians.
listen, Ruben. I was watching a interview last week. Kevin Feige was speaking at an event, and
Wait, I
and
think I
and,
know
and,
now.
and it was Q&A time, and they asked him, do you have any plans to bring an LGBT character into? And almost instantly said, yes, we do. Yes, we're planning on it. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
He's like
it's
looking
on the
around.
docket.
He's like
and
looking
we're-
around
We're,
and shit.
we're really excited about it, and it's coming. Thank you.
Listen,
God,
listen.
dude.
I don't mind if a character's gay, but like, why does it have to be like, oh, we're gonna bring him? Like, it has to be a big announcement, press release, and everything. Like, why?
Because they are at a
This
position
is a
where if
good
they
point.
don't, then those LGBTQ ABC, all the motherfuckers,
ABC.
you're gonna come in with their fucking keyboard shovels and their dicks in their hands, bro, and fuck them. That's why, bro. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that weird? And like, it's even worse when they have to pretend that they have
That
to
they care.
that they care. It's worse when they are
Star
pretending
Wars.
to care. Yes, that's the problem I have with it. You guys don't give a fuck.
In Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker, at the end when they're all celebrating, there's a kiss between two females, and that's fine. However, in Singapore, they edited that clip out because they don't like that over there. They cater. They're catering to audiences.
Yes.
They're catering to these communities.
Mhm.
It's not story purposes. It's not because they care. It's not because it has to be there. It's an agenda.
It's not like
It's
a passionate
agenda.
lesbian couple like in Black Swan or something. No, it's not. It's not anything like that. You know.
I'm positive Captain Marvel will be lesbian.
No, don't
They're
do that.
setting it
Don't-
up.
don't
They've
say
been
that.
setting it up, dude.
No,
They've
no,
been
no,
setting
no,
it
no.
up, man.
That's all I have.
Look,
all right?
look. If anyone's gonna be the dyke, it's definitely gonna be Brie Larson. Okay. come
No,
on,
no,
let's
no,
go.
no, no. Don't say
She's
that.
gonna get
Don't
surgery.
Say
And
that,
she's gonna get it.
bro.
done.
It's gonna happen. Her and what's her name? Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, dude. She's the king of Asgard.
No,
Remember
dude.
that she's the king of Asgard,
No,
dude.
no. This can't be happening, bro. Not to me. Not today.
Not today.
Come on.
He's probably
know,
right though. I agree.
Marvel is in a very strange position right now. Kevin Feige and director Scott Dickinson.
Dickinson.
Okay, he's not Turkish. Chill.
Yeah, he's not like a Norwegian Slav or anything like that.
The director of the first Doctor Strange was set to direct Doctor Strange,
Doctor
multiverse.
Strange in the multiverse of madness.
There we go. Cool name, long title.
I'm with
Whatever.
it.
I'm with it. He was set to direct this, and this was going to be the first Marvel horror film. Ooh, they
dude.
promised us this. They promised this, and now
Kevin Feige promised us this.
And now he's canned. He's canned. He left the project. Creative differences. No longer. We don't have a director for Doctor Strange 2 anymore. This-
That's interesting. Like just saying that comment or just saying that.
That is very
phrase.
interesting because I mean, like, what do those creative differences entail? Now, if we get another director, what will we be losing? What will we be gaining?
We're losing the horror element.
Are
We're
we?
not getting that because yes, dude. I believe Kevin Feige is pushing out on this, dude, and this is going to affect Blade going forward.
Well, yeah, no, dude. I mean, this to me comes as no surprise. I mean, I don't know how far they were gonna go with this horror genre. Regardless,
I thought we had it for a moment. I
It
thought,
looked
I
pretty
thought we had
convincing.
something different. It looked convincing, dude.
I agree. I thought we were gonna get something different, but on the lines of a horror movie, I don't know. I just don't think Disney's gonna pull the trigger on something like that. Look, the first Doctor Strange, dude, is definitely probably one of my favorite superhero origin movies. We're talking that's strictly like that dichotomy, but they were not good. They're not good. Come on. Like I was worried for Blade being,
We're in the same situation we were in when Ant-Man came out. Edgar Wright, the director of Shaun of the Dead, the director of Baby Driver, was going to direct Ant-Man, guys. Who did we
Would've been
get?
cool.
Peyton Reed, the director of Breakup, starring Vince
Some
Vaughn
dork.
and Jennifer Aniston.
Vaughn.
That movie. He's the
Yeah.
one that does your
What the
Ant-Man
fuck,
movies.
dude?
You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
Dorky Peyton Reed.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You're laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
man.
And you know what? Till this day, I wonder what we could have gotten in
Ant-Man.
I really do. I
Those
really
movies
do
definitely
wonder
could have
what
been
we
better. Yes. Yeah. I didn't see the second
yeah.
one. Saw the first one though.
Second one is pretty disappointing, unfortunately.
Second one of what?
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree. Also, too, they moved up this project that ties into Doctor Strange, WandaVision. It was going to come out next year, but now production has moved it up. I don't know if that.
That's gonna be on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, but it ties
I thought that
in.
was coming out this year.
Is that gonna be a movie?
No, it was
Disney Plus series.
Disney Plus. It was going to come out next year, but they moved it up to this year.
Oh, okay.
And that is connected to
Doctor Strange. Yes.
So I don't know if there was a difference there, a creative difference there that affected the departure. So that should be interesting. I don't know. This is weird. It's just weird that Kevin Feige's being like this. Like usually we have.
It is, dude, because a huge point has been proven with the success of Joker, with what DC did, what Todd Phillips, what Joaquin Phoenix did, what they did with that. They made a point to the world, man, that we can do these stories. Even the director of Logan, guys, he made an excellent point.
You're right.
Feels like no one's paying attention, dude.
I feel like people are definitely hungry for these type of movies, but these distributors are not willing to bet on that. Especially we talking about Disney, dude.
It's a
How-
formula.
it's a formula.
Kevin Feige says there's no formula, but there is a formula.
Yes.
in
There,
all of these
there
movies,
are
and it's
they
catchy.
can't take risks. They can't take risks. They have too much merchandise. They have too much things at stake. They're too large. And I'm not saying that Disney is incapable of making out of the box things or reinventing the wheel or anything like that. But I just think their audiences are too diverse. They cannot please everybody, so they're gonna please the larger audience, which is the little fucking kids. You know?
Ouch.
So
It's
now
business.
now that we don't have a director, what do you think? Are they gonna direct? Are they gonna find like an unknown or who could fill this spot?
I have no idea, dude.
Well,
I
it's the-
really don't.
Well, it's not like the Zack Snyder, Josh Whedon thing.
We're gonna get a nobody. I
yeah,
feel.
so.
probably.
And
And the only
they-
thing that could fix this is if we get a real good somebody.
yeah, and they said they're not gonna. It's not gonna get delayed. They're gonna still shoot in this May. Which okay, I guess maybe they already have somebody. They're just waiting to make it official.
You know, the Taika Waititi way is working. The bright colors, happy Thor Ragnarok, that formula, the Thor Ragnarok formula, the Thor formula is working, and it's gonna the Guardians of the Galaxy formula. It's the same,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Tough year.
It's a tough year.
It's gonna be a tough year. It's gonna be interesting. year.
Christian Bale is rumored to be the villain in Thor 4.
These are like the same rumors with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You know, I fucking love Christian Bale, and does me. I don't give a fuck if he's in a Marvel movie. You know, I don't think.
I was convinced that he was never going to do a superhero
I
movie
was
ever
same.
again.
That's what
he
he said.
said it.
Yeah,
he
that's
said
same.
it.
But
He
you,
said
10 years
but
ago.
you know, when you got kids and shit, you got to put them to college. You got to get the big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think he doesn't need money. It's not.
It's not
I
that.
think it is though for his kids. I do think it is for his kids though, man. I do. There's no real rumor on who he's set to play. I forget. There's one character, but it's like Thor's uncle. I remember looking at a picture of him, but it's like Thor's uncle, which makes sense because all of Thor's villains is his family members.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a fucked up family.
Yeah, dude, he needs to get away from them, dude. All that drama, all that bullshit.
Cole Burson, he was a serpent.
Yeah,
God of Fear.
God of Fear, the God of Fear, the God of Fear. Yeah.
If they could transform him
He wears,
into
like,
a
a
character,
green
then I'm
suit.
down. Like
Long
I'm
hair.
down.
Yes.
I mean,
Beard.
if they can transform him into a character, then I'm down. Like I'm
Christian
down.
Bale needs to bring Christian Bale into the Marvel world, into his level of acting needs to be brought into it.
Mhm.
Even with I don't know if you ever saw that Jungle Book movie that he did, where he played the Panther. And he did the whole motion capture suit and everything, dude. And he is such a great actor.
Delicious
he
actor,
is,
yes.
Eat him up all day.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Did you? Everybody caught up with The Mandalorian. It's finally over. The world's most anticipated Star Wars spin-off Elseworld story has finally ended. And now we're here to tell you, was it worth it? Was this what we were expecting?
Did it succeed?
Did it succeed your expectations?
Well,
That's your answer.
Yeah. We're done. Yeah, we're done.
Pack it up, fellas.
Wrap it up.
Listen.
Yeah.
I will say that last episode was amazing. If you don't, Taika Waititi, killed it. Not only did he acted in it as the robot, but he also directed it. killed it. Amazing when he came up and he was blasting all those stormtroopers, dude, with Baby Yoda right there. Amazing, dude, amazing. I loved the action in this. I was into it, dude. I really was when they went out there and got Mando and brought him in. Which, by the way, I do like that they called him Mando. I like the nickname. However, what's that, Ruben?
No, I was just saying, noting that right off the bat, like you felt Taika's presence.
You did.
Especially with the stormtroopers.
Dude, oh my God. Probably my favorite interactions of stormtroopers ever. If I'm comparing that to Rise of Skywalker, when Rey did the
definitely.
force trick to
Yeah,
them, they're like,
they're-
oh, yeah, you can be here.
Yeah, so nice to
dude.
see you.
These
Yeah.
stormtroopers, how
you do it.
dirty they were, how they were taking orders. Like, dude, I'm just taking orders. We're waiting. You know, I loved seeing this side of the job.
Felt so real.
Mhm.
It did, man,
God.
and it was funny. It was really funny. It was comedic.
I enjoyed
Good
it.
shot.
You know, I
But
think,
looking at it as a whole,
yeah.
I remember hearing Bob Iger saying that you could edit this together and it be a full film.
Which I would have maybe preferred more.
I disagree with that completely,
Really?
dude. I think there's some stuff in the middle that has nothing to do with the end.
Mm.
You know, getting from the beginning to end. There's a couple of episodes in there that are just
Jawas.
fillers. You know, they're filler episodes
Yeah.
in it, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
agree.
thought it was cool. I just personally, to me, Star Wars declines when there's just so much convenience, man. I don't know how these cocksuckers are surviving these TIE fighter explosions, man. Dude,
Yeah.
I
All
don't
the
get it,
time.
man.
This is the best thing Star Wars has to offer as of now.
Yes, and I always
Yeah.
return back to that. You know what I'm saying? I do have to count the blessings a little bit, dude, because after Rise of Skywalker, I'll take the Mandalorian. I'll take the Mandalorian any
it,
fucking day, dude. I'll take it. You know, it's cool. I'm just worried about the second season because of how much they're seeing how popular Baby Yoda is.
Mhm.
It's merchandise now.
Merchandise.
It's officially, well, it was from the get-go, but it is officially merchandise.
Yeah, and I'll stick in for
Those
2
Yoda
seasons.
backpacks at Disneyland must
Yeah.
look great.
Those Funko Pop figures, yeah, like
Pre-order mine.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
pre-ordered.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, look, I will stick in for 2 seasons. You know, I'm not a show person, but I'll stick in for 2 seasons. You know, I don't know if I want to see another season or another season after that, like what they're doing with fucking Stranger Things. You know, I want them
Needs
to
to go
know
somewhere. It needs to
their vitality, and it needs to end. You know, yeah, that's just my 2
Walking
cents.
Walking Dead really milked it. This can't milk it.
Milked
you know,
it, sucked
I'm
it
excited for the
dry.
Kenobi series because I am hoping
Deborah Chow.
Deborah Chow directed
She
some-
has
some
seen
of
the direct the best episodes, yeah.
I female directors, God bless them. Mwah. So
She
delicious.
is a goddess.
Oh yes. I'm excited for Kenobi. I
am.
have to be.
I have a hard time thinking what to be excited for, because like we spend so much time with this new generational and try to push this future of Star Wars, and then now we got to go back again to say what, to show what.
Yeah, apparently they're doing a rumor has it prequel trilogy take place 400 years
Yep.
in the past.
I'm just not interested, man.
The High Republic era.
I'm having a hard time being excited for that. You know, not to say that's not a dig on Deborah Chow, dude. I'm sure it's gonna look great, but you're not gripping me. It just is. I have a hard time being excited for Kenobi.
Are you talking about Kenobi? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I just
You
don't
have a
know
hard time being excited about it.
What
I'm
to be excited for. To
for
see young
just-
Luke again.
for me to see Ewan McGregor, to see how what look he's going to inhabit. You know, is he gonna look more old, closer to Alec Guinness? You know, is he gonna do prosthetics? Is he gonna be old man? You know, white hair? Is he gonna still be young? You know, I'm interested in that aspect. If I must say,
Did you see him at the Golden Globes?
I didn't know.
He had the long hair, like the episode 2. long hair.
Okay, so they're doing the Jesus thing.
Yeah,
Am I
Jesus.
Doing the Jesus
Yeah.
thing.
I'm with it.
No, I
I'm
I
with
did
it.
see
You
him
better give
on
me
a
that.
talk show.
Yeah,
I did
go
see that.
Jesus. That's fucking funny.
What'd you think, Ruben? Last thoughts on Mandalorian?
Overall, I think it was good. I feel like I finished the series satisfied.
Yes.
Of course, with most shows, you will get those filler episodes, because the mouse will ask for this many episodes, and
He said
the mouse,
the mouse. The mouse.
but,
That goddamn mouse.
that fucking mouse, man,
Mouse.
always rolling around, touching all that shit.
Oh, Mom, we need more Mando.
Yeah, the mouse.
Dude. I do think they weren't expecting Baby Yoda to pop up as much because there was no merchandise during Christmas. They lost so much money because they didn't
Why?
have anything. I don't know the deal with that.
Interesting. Maybe they're waiting.
But, yeah. But I'm excited for season 2. I'm curious what they're gonna do with Baby Yoda. If they're gonna go to the Jedi Temple or whatever. I don't know what they're gonna explore. I saw some rumors of having someone play Luke. Which, I mean...
Dude,
We already got that deep
That's
fake.
what I'm saying.
We already
dude.
got the
That's
deep
what I'm
fake,
saying.
and
How
now
many
you're gonna get an
times?
actor to play.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh, my God.
You seen that?
No, man. No, dude.
Imagine they do that.
Well, look, if they put the right hair on him, he could definitely look like Luke Skywalker. But I don't give a fuck about Luke Skywalker anymore. You want to fucking know why?
He's
it's
dead.
because these new generational trilogies don't give a fuck about Luke Skywalker. So why should I, man?
I agree.
I don't know.
Yeah. Overall, I was satisfied. Good on them. Unfortunately, there's nothing else to watch on Disney Plus now. So
That's
and we're kinda
absolutely true, dude. I can't remember the last time I browsed Disney Plus.
We watched
Swear,
Garfield.
dude.
I think that was the last. That was the last thing.
Tell them. Why'd you tell them, dude?
That was the last thing. That was the last thing. Yeah, that was the last.
You caught us, dude. Look, look. We were like, hey, how
Got us to
long
the
can we
red.
watch Garfield
We watched all of
before
it.
we click before we click away, dude?
All of it.
they're about to add the
All of it.
All of
All
it.
of it.
All of it.
they're about to add the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
Oh God.
So we'll binge those.
Uh,
But yeah, there's
I'm gonna kill myself.
there's nothing really coming out because they basically just shot everything.
In the head.
They really took their load and they're out of load.
Yeah, they should have waited till they had Mandalorian, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That would have been the two best things I guess they have to offer.
So have you seen how people are canceling Disney Plus? And our stupid asses bought a year.
You poor fucks. At least it was what, like $3.99 type shit.
Yeah, we split it, but still I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah.
So it's just
You
I don't know.
guys split it.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need a
It's
refund.
tough.
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're
Give me
gonna
my
talk
$2,
after this.
man.
Yeah, I need-
Give
I'm
me
gonna
my
have to
fucking
talk
$2,
after this.
cocksucker. Give me my $2 fucking dollars.
We're gonna talk about a couple of trailers that have came out. Right off the tap, Quiet Place 2. The trailer finally arrived, starring Emily Blunt.
And it is spooky. And
It
it is spooky.
You know, we were talking about when we were driving up here. I thought it was very interesting. This format that trailers have, where they play a scene, and then the trailer happens.
Oh yeah.
Is this good or is this bad? Because now my question is, that scene was so cool, mind you. It was so cool.
Seeing her back up in reverse.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
god!
Those
And then
fucks.
last second, the alien creep out of the truck.
Yeah.
And, oh my
Yeah.
god,
Man.
so cool. My question is that the money shot?
Mm.
Have
Is
I
that
seen
the load?
it?
Yeah.
Is that the load? Have I seen it all now?
Yeah.
Because that is so cool that whatever I get in the movie now needs to top that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie needs to deliver,
Yeah.
man. I don't like the. I don't know if I liked the fact that they gave me a full-on scene.
Sets up the
Because-
trailer. I
And
guess.
look, to give it to Ben, to play the devil's advocate, we know what this movie's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? The first Quiet Place was a little bit more experimental, so we had more ambiguity with that trailer, which ended up in its favor because the movie was really good. You know?
I'm worried that this one's gonna have a lot of talking, which
Yeah.
is something that I really loved about the first one.
Yeah.
Was that it was a silent film. This
Yes.
one, there's a lot of characters, so
Yeah.
we're going into the past.
Yeah.
There, I worry that element is gonna kind of be gone because watching the first one, man, I could not even eat my popcorn. I could not move. I didn't even want to breathe in that theater, dude.
The
I
sound
was
design.
so intense,
Yeah,
man.
it was.
It's kind of it kind of lost that element now
Mm.
because they're going into the past and because she meets all these other characters in these abandoned.
The first Quiet Place was good cinema. Yes. We may get another element in this second one. Hopefully that does deliver. You know, John Krasinski is still doing it. That gives me a little bit of hope because you know this is like his storyline, and I'd hope he is. Obviously
directing
smart
it.
with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
baby.
But you know,
Yes.
it's his baby, yeah, type shit. Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
hope it's
interested.
a good movie. I'm not expecting it to be cinema though.
Yes.
You know, it's gonna be a good watch. I think it's gonna be very entertaining.
Good
know.
monster stuff. You
Oh
know, we
my
don't really
God.
got that.
Better,
Yeah.
better than anything we have right now.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey. That the second trailer has came
I
out,
didn't
and
even
I'm
see it.
assuming
I didn't see it. I'm gonna come clean.
I'm assuming this is the final trailer because it's coming out in February, man. Really close.
Wow, really?
Yeah, man.
You go
Really
see it?
close. Ruben, you got to get us some tickets.
I'll see. DC doesn't do that, but I'll see. Like,
I don't know. And you know what? I was watching and I was kind of asking myself, can we at least watch this and watch a good Margot Robbie movie? Maybe. The second trailer is literally the first trailer.
she's not making it
It's
easy.
literally the same trailer, the same dialogue, the same scenes, just extended
And with
a
the
little
Batman
bit
joke.
more.
And with a Batman joke, god damn it. Just to put the cherry on top. Just to tie that fucking
Just
knot.
to end it. Just to end
kick
it.
that fucking mule,
Yeah.
man.
That's-
Damn.
I was so bummed. I'm like, really? Come on.
God
It's like
damn
it
it.
was like that final shot of the trailer. Like, all right, trailer.
I
She
didn't even
names
see it,
her
man.
dog Bruce
Yeah.
after the main guy.
I didn't know. I didn't even
Come
see
on!
it. I didn't even see it, dude. I didn't even see
You
it.
know,
Jeez.
the action might be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The action, some of the action scenes looked kind of interesting, man. You know, but looked like better action than Dark Fate. You know, because I couldn't even take that from Terminator.
You want
But
the mi-
it's
you
so
want the mix,
apparent that she's like, me and Mr. Jake broke up. Now we're no more. Now I'm doing my own thing. Now I'm looking for people that want emancipation. She's just saying the entire movie, man, and it's so
that's so.
cringe.
so
and you know,
fucking
talking about scenes
I'm
and the
fucking
trailer,
crying, dude.
the trailer starts with the scene of her walking in the police station, talking to the cop, and then she shoots him.
Ugh.
So now I've seen the scene, and it looks like a cool scene. I remember when we saw the first trailer, and we're like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
How she with the umbrella and the
What she's
bullet
wearing
comes
and
out.
stuff.
Yeah. They showed the scene,
Of course they did.
and now I've seen it, and now.
Look, I'm glad that Margot.
Black Mask shows his black mask,
Is it-
but he's not Black Mask. He wears red suits. He's not full on like white suit Black Mask.
Yeah.
You know, like Batman Arkham Origins
Yeah.
Black Mask,
Ooh.
dude.
Ooh, one of the baddest motherfuckers in
Yeah,
Gotham
man.
City. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
Seriously, man.
Very.
I wonder how they're gonna do that gay
disappointing.
thing, dude. I wonder how they're gonna show it. I wonder how they're
Yeah.
he's gonna
I
be
forgot.
that.
thing?
I
Is that
forgot.
right? Is that
No,
true?